Welcome everyone to the House of Dre's podcast. I am Dre yourself. Welcome to a brand new edition of the podcast. Before I even get started, let's talk about where to find the podcast at. Yes, I have done better now. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. So if those are the podcasts availability in different spots, that way you guys can listen to it on your favorite podcast website that you listen to. So those are following, but let's get started on today's podcast. For today's podcast, what are we doing here? We are talking about my favorite, if I'm not mistaken, it is my favorite video game series of all time. Happens to be the Kingdom Hearts series. What is Kingdom Hearts? Of course, I got y'all. Sit back, relax, I got y'all. The Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts happens to be a series about a young boy named Sora who, along with his friends Riku and Kairi, all live on a planet called Destiny Islands, where they live by the ocean, the immortal, enormous ocean that they live on, and it's by the beach. And with all three of them being friends and being best friends with one another, this end up leading to at some point to where they're planning on leaving the islands to go travel the world. They want to see any and all worlds that's out there possible. One night, a storm ended up happening, and Sora runs out there to save the boat that they've been working on for months as they wanted to go travel. When that happened, Sora was brought into their Destiny Islands was invaded by what are called Heartless. Heartless are creatures that are darkness into people's hearts that they end up changing they end up changing and transforming into Heartlesses. These Heartlesses are very strong. Depending on how much darkness a person has in their heart, the stronger the Heartless becomes. Sora is surrounded by hundreds of Heartless that invaded his Destiny Islands, which end up leading to him becoming the choser of a new weapon known as the Keyblade. The Keyblade ended up choosing its master. Its master became Sora. So with Sora has the Keyblade in hand, Sora will battle against all the Heartless that popped up on the island as he's slashing and dashing his way, going, and eventually he goes into this door. This door has been there for a very long time. However, no one knows what the door is for. No one's never accessed it or anything. But along with the kingdom key is the name of it, the Keyblade, he's able to unlock the door, and he is transferred into a whole new world. Now being transferred into a whole new world, he must find his friends Riku and Kairi, and he's being thrust into what is known as the changing of the worlds. With Keyblade in hand, Sora ended up getting assistance from two characters that we all know and love, Donald Duck and Goofy, that represents the kingdom led by the king of everyone, King Mickey. With them two to his hand as they are looking and searching for not only the key, which now has they found him, now they're also looking for King Mickey, who has disappeared. All three of these guys will come together and travel the worlds to pretty much fix all the worlds, turn them back to normal while looking for Riku and Kairi. From Kingdom Hearts 1 through several other throughout the several other game series, we get to see different variations of characters, different storylines, retelling the storylines pretty much while we're trying to bring it back to normal and fight whoever is causing this destruction into the Kingdom Hearts series. That happens to be the leader of a group known as Organization 13. His name happens to be Xehanort. But I'm not going to get into those details. But yes, Kingdom Hearts, like I said, Kingdom Hearts is a very in-depth details. Fantastic. I think it's a fantastic game series. I think it's one of the best. I think it is my favorite. I keep saying it because I'm not too sure, but I'm like 100% sure it is my favorite video game series. It's kind of hard to top it based off of how much backstory there is, how much details it is, how much stuff that goes on throughout the entire gaming series. We get background stories. We get how they come up, how these characters interact, how they become X, Y, Z. All this stuff happens, and this got me thinking. At some point, especially how popular it is and of a massive core base, that Kingdom Hearts should become a television series. I don't know what television series under what do you think they could pull it off? I think they could. If you think about it, Kingdom Hearts came out in 2002. Now, 2002, I wouldn't push for a Kingdom Hearts series. Mainly one, I didn't start playing until about 2006, I want to say, about 2006. And as technology, as not only technology, but just the so much taking over different companies, Disney owning so many owning so many programming, having access to all this new this everything that have changed in so many years and over 2+ decades. Now I think it's the perfect time to go ahead and try out a series. What kind of series though? You know, that's the difficult part. What kind of series should Kingdom Hearts run for? I think Kingdom Hearts should go in a mixture between animation and anime itself, a mixture of both. And the reason why I'm saying a mixture of both is because it allows to not only flesh out the story, but it also allows what did it also allow? It also allows them to bring everything they need to bring forward so much easier, so much way easier. So there's a lot of parts in the Kingdom Hearts series that's involving magic. Everything's pretty much magic based, right? The main character, Sora, the Kingdom Blade, he doesn't run around with it all day because it disappears. So I would assume it goes into like a pocket dimension. What is a pocket dimension? I forgot to explain that. A pocket dimension is pretty much a place to where it only exists in this little spot here. And then you can, like, I think if you think about it, the smallest example I can definitely give is where you put your keys, or you take if you wear jewelry, right? Let's say you wear a ring or something. If you take that ring and you put it in one of your pockets, whether that's your your jacket pocket, your pants pocket, your shirt pocket, whatever pocket, it's kind of in its own little dimension. It's there until it's no longer there. So it's something you could also pull out. So with the world of Kingdom Hearts was based off of it's heavily based off of magic. Kingdom Hearts the animation stuff can explain magical powers happening throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. Not only that, but the fact that this is Disney related because they use pretty much all of Disney stuff. They use the worlds, every single world is Disney related. You start off outside the Destiny Islands, and I want to say, what was that main spot? Is it Radiator Springs, which is our which they just created. Outside of those two spots, they go to Tarzan's world, they go to Hercules' world, they go under the sea. They've done Pinocchio, they've done Tron, they've done Lion King, the Jack Skeleton's world. I forgot the name of his world. They've done that world. They've done Peter Pan. They've done so many different worlds, and all that is underneath what? Underneath the Disney. That's underneath Disney. So with that being underneath Disney, that'll allow Disney to go ahead and improve this, right? This will be a Disney series. This won't be anything. This will be a Disney related series because they have access to all of Disney stuff, and Disney's gonna be like, yeah, if we can push some of our older stuff, like lately. I don't know if you guys have been on Disney lately, but Disney has changed, right? Disney Plus has changed. Now Disney Plus, now they started moving towards having it to where they also own Hulu and they also own ESPN. So a lot of their stuff starting to pop up. So they have to change the rating of their where it go from, oh yeah, it's kid friendly to, well, now we own this stuff and we're planning on adding and doing we're starting to add in some of these films and movies and stuff like that. We added in whatever's on Hulu, we're adding that in. That's cuss words and stuff. So you have to balance it with your subscription, which I think is awesome. A lot of people don't like it, but whatever. We'll talk about Disney. We'll talk about Disney in a whole different podcast or segment or whatever. So with that being said, now that this is a Disney related, stuff, we have access to all of Disney stuff. So there's no shortcomings or, oh, well, we couldn't do this because, Disney said we couldn't do it. No, it's like open book. Now, granted, we also had to involve Final Fantasy because a lot of Final Fantasy characters are involved with this, with the game. A lot of Final Fantasy characters. So I don't know who owns Final Fantasy and how would that work out. But I'm pretty sure Disney can fork out a little bit of money or doing the sharing thing that they did with Sony when it comes to Spider-Man. Where they're like, oh, here you go. Yes, I see that. Where they're like, oh, okay, yeah, can we use this for X amount of series? And then after that, we don't need them anymore. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, yeah, let's make a deal. Because, more Final Fantasy stuff out there. The Final Fantasy fans, they'll be happy that their stuff is getting, attention to. So, moving forward, you get to add that aspect. Disney get to add what they want. I mean, Disney can have the stuff be a lot more realistic. Well, not realistic because this is going to be, this is more cartoon related. This is going to be more animation style with it. So all this is added to the world of the Kingdom Hearts series. And this allowed them to expand the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, going forward, I think we have to take a look at this. Exactly how many seasons and per episodes, how many are we looking at? That's the beauty of it. This is the fun part. I love this part. So every game, I think there's between 13 to 16 games. And they all add something extra to the storyline. I think you started off with the first Kingdom Hearts game because you have to start it all off. You have to start everything off. Now, with the Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 1, we get to introduce the main character, Sora. We get to introduce everything gets introduced to the world as players, as we played the game, we was also introduced to everything that's going on. So this would be the introduction. Not only you get the introduction, but the traveling of the worlds will be a lot easier, in my personal opinion, when we go out to Tarzan's world. Well, Tarzan's world was a lot of that time was about running around the same thing because in the game, they limited the world. With Disney's approval, we can explore the world. We can make it explore it more. And not only that, we're doing a little twist to it. So we can drop Sora, Donald, Goofy into Tarzan, and we deal with Clayton. We deal with him hunting the gorillas and stuff like that. And we can deal with all of that early. We can, Sora, Donald, Goofy help mend the relationship with Kerchak and Tarzan and his pushback with the humans and stuff. And now, with them be able to speak, in the Disney film, they speak. The games, they don't speak. So now we need to brighten that up. We could actually have him explain why he's going to push back, and you have Sora, Donald, Goofy trying to help Kojak understand, and make Kojak believe in Sora, Donald, Goofy to push back on any of the traditions that the gorillas does have. Not only that, but you have Kojak pretty much saying, you know what? This is y'all responsibility. Y'all deal with this, and then type of deal. Or you have it to where Clayton was hunting one of the gorillas, and we had the moment where Donald stopped him from hunting the gorillas, and then that plays a factor in where Kojak is starting to trust Sora and them more than anybody else. Like I said, that's easy. That's big time story building, in my personal opinion. That's big time story building, and that can help push forward. Change the story a little bit. We still get the big boss battles. You can still animate the big heartlesses and stuff like that with the animation and things of that nature. And you can still push that. And right there, that can take up. That's like a 2 episode, right? I think you spend worlds. I think you spend one world is 1 episode, or one world is 2 episodes or something, right? So I think if we get that ideal with animation and the cartoons and stuff, ideally, I want an hour, was it hour or 45-minute episodes? But I'll go for more of an hour towards episodes because Disney doesn't do ads. that I know of. I don't think Disney do ads. So Disney doesn't do any ads. We can get the longer episodes. We can get the hour plus episodes without having to have a 30-minute ad like Netflix and Hulu does. Unless you pay for the premium stuff, shout out to y'all. But we can get that. And then we get this hour long episode. And I would even push the envelope. Of course, it's Disney, so Disney's going to be like, I don't know type deal. But if you can convince Disney that this is one of their biggest, or is their biggest money maker right here, then maybe they'd be like, all right, an hour. That's it. We can only do an hour. Like, okay, cool, hour. 1 hour, 24 episodes. I'll say 24 episodes, but I'm trying to think about all the worlds they went to in the first game. They went to all the worlds they went to and everything that happened. Yeah, I would ask for 24 episodes, but once they start the filming and the production and everything that needs to happen, because all thing you're doing is you're bringing in the voice actors while you're animating everything else. So you're animating everything else while you're bringing in the voice actors. And so if they're still alive, by the way, I think they're still all alive. I'm not too for sure though. I have not checked if they're still all alive. So then you can get that, you can push that heavily, and you can run the 24 episodes. But once the filming and stuff creates it, and Netflix said, yeah, an hour to tell the story, an hour to do the action, an hour per, I think it probably goes down because they're like, all right, well, we don't need Sora, Donald, Goofy running around the city for so long. We can have them find their way to Sora quicker than what the video game did. Not only that, but there's situations to where he went to Merlin's house to learn magic. That can happen a little bit earlier. And like I said, I don't have to follow it step by step because that's impossible. Two, it's not necessary because you can cut some of that stuff out. You can cut going back to that's in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2, you went back to the worlds more than once, but in Kingdom Hearts 1, you only went there once, so you wouldn't need to do additional stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just limits it. It just goes down on that. So yeah, I think 24 episodes will be good to make sure we flesh out everything, fresh out the characters and stuff like that. And then when you move forward, and Disney's cool with it, the numbers look good. I think the numbers will be great because I think all of us Kingdom Hearts fans, we've been wanting something something Kingdom Hearts related. And if you tell us we get an animated film version of it, animated series of it, and they stay true to everything, they're not changing anything. They're literally just copying and pasting, and have the guy who created the series continue to do what he did. Oh man, I think it'll be beautiful work. I think it'll be awesome work. I think it'll be perfect. Like I said, I think at first when you get 24 episodes, after that, when you do Kingdom Hearts, like Chain of Memories, and then Kingdom Hearts 2, and all this other stuff, that's when you figure out what you need to do. Like I said, he'll figure it out. Like I said, my person, he'll just figure it out. Like, yeah, we didn't need to do all this, or yeah, we need to do all this, and no, we don't need this. Like I said, that's why I've been a fan of. I've been a fan of the people who created the art to come in and tell us, yeah, no, maybe, yeah, no, maybe, yeah, no, maybe, or take out stuff that's not necessary, keep stuff that is necessary, and work around it. I think that's always great. Kind of like the Percy Jackson series, the live action TV series, where we'll be having a podcast about that. But in the Percy Jackson series, a lot of people get upset about the way that it ran, but people don't realize that the creator of the show, the creator of the books, was hands-on with the entire show. He's the one who approved the cast. He's the one that approved the direction that they should go. He's the one who deleted stuff or added stuff that was not a part of the books. He's the one who did it all. It wasn't anybody else that did it. It was him. He did it all. So that's what I'm like. Y'all get upset, but literally the creation, like everything that happened, that guy made. I mean, that guy did it. So why are you upset? And I think here will be another example of them doing it again, where they bring him in, and now that he's completed it, whatever, he gets to go back. He's okay. Well, we don't need this. We're gonna do this instead. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna keep this in. We're gonna do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and we'll just keep pushing like that. Oh yeah, I had this concept that I wanted to do. We didn't get a chance to do it, but now I have opportunity to do it. I can push it now. Type stuff, in my personal opinion. I think it would be perfect. I think a live action would be awesome. I think it would be great. Kingdom Hearts 1, like I said, I think it's between 13 to 16 different ones. Now, some of them probably don't need all of those episodes. If we're being honest, a lot of them don't need all those episodes. I think, what was it? 358 slash 2 days. I think that was really short. So if they can wrap that up in a movie or wrap it in as a 4-episode premiere where it's an hour long and they just get it done like that, I think that will work too. Because the ones that's really short that doesn't need that much stuff, that much details, all that stuff that the extra ones need, they can wrap that up smaller. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 would set the foundation of everything. I mean, Heartless, all that stuff sets the foundation of everything. And then Kingdom Hearts, like Chain of Memories, will be really solid too. Will be a good one also, because we get to see Organization 13. We get to see the death of. I think that'd be another thing. They putting in how every single organization member actually were defeated or killed. That would be perfect, because where's your cup at? Go find me your cup. Where they're like, because in the game they're like, oh yeah, well he's disappearing. We don't know what happened to him. And it's like, all right, no, where's the cup I gave you? Oh, I see your cup. Okay, I got you. It's like, oh yeah, what happened to so-and-so? And then it's like, oh yeah, well, so-and-so, he's no longer around for whatever reason, XYZ reasons. They're not around. And in the show, we get to see exactly what happened to said character. That way, we're like, oh, dang, we didn't know this happened, or okay, bet this is how that happened, or whatever. Clashes, the fights, Axel took out members of Organization 13, and we get to see exactly how that happened. He can finally animate the whole fight scene instead of just it was said and not showcased. So a lot of stuff that was said and not showcased, now we get to actually see it. Not only that, but teasers for future games and stuff would be awesome. I think it'll be a perfect series, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think if it was announced, right? If it was announced January 1st, which is a random Wednesday, 2025, random Wednesday. If they said, yeah, Kingdom Hearts got approved for a TV series coming out in 2026 or something, or at the end of 2025, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And they do everything that I said, pretty much been saying. I think it'll be one of the greatest shows of all time. And then that sets the foundation of other video games get turned into that type of films. Those type of productions, which would be animated games and stuff, instead of going live action. Because I think we're at this point of time around this decade that live action has not been the good ones. I mean, I think there have been some good ones, but not enough. I think where it need to move. I think Kingdom Hearts would set the foundation, and that's not the foundations to do more animated style. Super Mario, I think the Super Mario Brother movie, I think that set the biggest foundation of everything. Because how good the movie was, how good it was, and the fact that it was animated and not live action. And now that one kind of flirted with the ideal of, can you imagine if they did? I mean, they got Sonic doing the Sonic things. Like now, can you imagine if we can get a real life, what do you call that? Super Smash Brothers. That would be excellent. That'd be excellent. I think the foundation right here, if Kingdom Hearts can pull this off too, which I think they can, you follow the same thing. You don't need live actions, people. Everything's animated. So much details for the animation and stuff, and how much that they was able to push and do and bring in, and everything just flows so well in the Super Mario movie. And now I'm like, with that being said, I think we can get that for a lot of other video games right now. My personal opinion alone, though. But I'm not gonna hold you guys too long for this because I was just thinking about it, made a podcast out of it. I think this is perfect. I think this would be ideal. I think it would set the foundation for potential, like, if let's say this, they do this, right? They say they do it, positive feedback, everything is good. Disney said, keep it pushing. Now you're gonna have other studios like, okay, you guys did that. I think Final Fantasy could do it. And then Final Fantasy, they start up and they copy the formula that Kingdom Hearts did because they pretty much very closely, the exact same thing. And now they'll push it heavily to do it. And then that gets a positive feedback. And then you're looking at the God of War series, which God of War should be more towards the animation style. I don't think making live action God of War would be ideal. I think, but then again, God of War also, the way stuff happens, that could also be an anime. That's something I have been thinking about. Do I want it animated or do I want it, do I want it animation, like anime style, or do I want it animated, like the Super Mario world? And thinking back and forth with the video game style, I think the animated world would be better than animation or making it anime related. I think we're getting a downcrease of. I think we're not hitting our drive with the anime stuff. With that, I think we should just stick that to just animated, not anime, just animated. Just like the Super Mario World, you do that for Kingdom Hearts, then Final Fantasy, then God of War. Maybe they do it for Need for Speed. And you can do a lot. Like I think Super Mario World, of course, which is respect to Super Mario because that's literally the godfather, the beginner for everybody, a lot of people. When they did that movie, that set them at a very high tier. It set them perfectly at the very top. And now they're like, all right, where's my children? All right, Sonic is doing their live action thing. But imagine if they decided to go do Sonic animation style one point. But I don't think they will because they got the live action one. Fine, that's cool. You go from there. You go from them. You can do Donkey Kong now. There's potential to make a Donkey Kong movie like that. I'm not too deep into the Donkey Kong lore, so I don't know exactly what is the Donkey Kong lore regarding everything. But if there's a potential to do some stuff there, do it. Do one movie, of course, just one movie, just to get Donkey Kong there. Then you move over. Then you could do Kirby. Kirby needs to be updated now. Zelda needs to do one. And then you start that. That's a Super Smash Brothers. Disney response would be, let's do Kingdom Hearts. And then Kingdom Hearts set their Kingdom Hearts beginning first. Then Final Fantasy, God of War. And then you go going down like that. And then a different company be like, all right, bet y'all doing all this stuff. We need to start getting these other video games. Maybe they can do, I don't know. I don't know the other game. Let me look at my gaming collection real quick to see what other ones that could run around with those thought process. Because you go from there, you can start flirting with. There's a lot of. I play a lot of sports game. And I do a lot of sports game. You can go from there. You can go to the Tales of Legend, the Tales series. I got Legend of Dia. I also have Glacius F. That plays a factor. Yeah. Yeah, it's other games. I don't have enough games. Let's be honest. I don't have the right games to discuss the others. But yeah, I think this would be ideal. I think it'll be fun. I think it creates the perfect video game world if done. Like I said, Super Mario World starts it up. Kingdom Hearts should start it up for Disney. Disney and Kingdom Hearts should be starting up together. And then you get these other films and stuff that starts doing it themselves also. So that's just my personal opinion. Kingdom Hearts live action would be, not live action, but animated would be perfect. It'll be adjustable. It'll be right on cue, quite honestly. It'll be right on cue. That's just my personal opinion, though. That's my personal opinion alone. Sometimes my opinions are most likely wrong. But you guys got to let me know down in the comment section. Like I said, now the platform is on multiple different spots that you can listen to. You can find the podcast on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. This is your host, Mr. Andre, or Dre. It don't matter. Or Andre. It doesn't matter. I'll catch y'all on the next podcast.